Hey everybody, welcome out to another video. It's been a really long time since I come, and so yeah, here we are discussing about the top 5 financial mistakes made by doctors. So let me start off with a myth that doctors are earning money every day, they are minting money, they are charging so much for their fees and for the procedures, investigations, whatsoever. But the hard fact is, it's pretty much not the same what we think it is. It's really sad that most of the doctors are really struggling to keep the money what they are making and finding ways to keep it enough for their retirement time also. Let me give you an example. So as you can see here, this gentleman, Mickey Carroll. So he won like around $10 million for a jackpot. And it turned out to be that after a period of 2 years, exactly after 2 years, he lost all his money. He's gone bankrupt and he's living off paying debts. So a situation like this, which shows that it's not about how much money you get, it's about how in a good sense and manner you handle wealth, not just being rich. It's about handling money to keeping it safe that it's there till the end. Mistake number 1, starting off late. So as we see, the medical college or the med school basically starts for like probably in India, what happens is that 4.5 years of the undergraduation course, followed by 3 years of post-graduation course. Then following that, they can have again 3 years of super specialty, and up and down in between people opt to work, so they lose a couple of years in the learning, or they can apply for fellowships or courses, blah blah blah. So in whole, I would say like probably 10 years is invested to learning phase, whereas other non-medical people are already earning, at least started to earn. We take at least like probably 10 years to start in this phase of earning your own real salary. So it's like around 30s, mid 30s where you come out of this phase. And what happens is that by the time you come out, it's already kind of too late to think about, okay, I need to have my own car, my own house, I need to have fun for my marriage, then kids, so and so, tuition fees, is like all those piles up in the end. So the best thing you can do is at least at the time when you start investing, keeping in mind that at least 10%, let me like from the salary which I get initially, the initial 5 to 10%, let me start investing with that monthly, let me start. Following that, keeping that pace, being devoted and dedicated in doing that, then probably shifting to increasing the percentage of how much you're really investing in the month, and following which, expecting that you're happily keeping something for the future, and rather than not doing anything all these years, and last when you think about it, it's become too late. So this is where I think about this line which says that the best time to invest is probably 20 years back, and the second best time to invest is today. So if you think you've never done it, then don't worry. Mistake number 2 is lack of savings. So as you said, already you have not started investing or is delay. That eventually multiplies as a snowball effect to even having savings. It's not about you having your salaries coming, you're spending, and nothing is kept for the future. So in that sense, as I told already, at least keep 10% of whatever is coming aside. Do not touch it. From the book The Richest Man in Babylon, it says that instead of getting the money from your salary and spending on expenses, and last whatever is left out, you spend it for your investment. Instead of that, whatever money you get, that small percentage what I told you before, keep that aside for your investment, and following that, the rest of the money you keep it, save it, and spend it for your expenses. Just difference in the psychology of how you plan to invest the money that you have. Mistake number 3 is spending money from your retirement fund. The main objective is that you have enough money, you have enough fund that you've made and saved all these years that can be used for your retirement phase. And it is not that you are saving, and out of a sudden you end up in a state that you have to dig into the retirement fund which you've been saving for. That spoils the whole idea about keeping the retirement fund untouched till the end. So this is where you need to know about the amount of money you should have for your retirement fund. That we can use this formula, which basically says that the amount of expense you have in a month, multiply into 12, and that again multiplied into 30. So end of the day, this is the amount you would want to have in hand. So it's like as I was saying, you have this much of amount of 30 years of money in hand, right? So if you reach there, you can say you're at the state where you can really retire or take an voluntary retirement, but it's again up to you if you want to really do it or not. But you have the amount of wealth, this is at least margin which you can feel like, yeah, I am somewhere there, it's maybe time for me to retire, or maybe at least stop actively working, because in the sense that you know you do have other sources of income and other streams of income which is giving you cash flow, so don't worry about them. Mistake number 4 is having inadequate assets. As you see, what we require is assets and not liabilities. Because of the lack of knowledge and not been streamlined into business or investments, what people do is invest in things which turns out to be really late in time, because of which we don't have the cash flow. And these assets are something that will help you pay in your sleep. End of the day, you should not be working day and night, right? There should be something that helping you give you money even in your sleep. So that's this. So as I read from the book, The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's not that we work for money. The money should work for you. So to reach that state, you must be at least having this financial knowledge about how to deal things and what are the asset classes which you invest on. If you really need for me to explain those asset classes, it's a really big thing to talk right now. But if you really want to, just mention down in the comments below. So I'd probably consider for another video. Mistake number 5 is working without the help of a financial planner. So as we said, to decide of how much to reach for a financial independence is again something is subjective. Everyone will have their own amount which they want to keep as how much they've reached to attain financial independence. But there are other things also to be considered, like tax deduction options, savings options, and also optimizing a portfolio based on time to time of investment. So finding a trustworthy advisor is very much beneficial for your financial growth and also for your personal growth. So more or less that's like the solution. But always keep in mind, do not give your money, do not give your profits for someone else to make profits for you. You can ask for help. You can pay people to help you, guide you, do things with your money in your hand, but not in a state where you give your money to them and then you tell them, hey, do whatever you want, your profits should come to me. That is something which I wouldn't advise or recommend people, but yeah, you never know, there can be somewhere something good out there also, but it's all up to the risks that you take upon it. End of the day, financial literacy is all about the amount you invest time for it to learn and you keep growing from it, and also the interest you show to become a learner every day. So my final thoughts is, we being in this profession devoted for patient care, we might forget that what's required, our own growth and personal and family, what we need to develop and grow from the start. So as I said, it's never too late. If you know this thing now, initiate and make your efforts to take the action right now. So that's all for today, my friends. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. And also if you have your friends or colleagues or doctors or medical students or non-medicals who think this video could be beneficial for them, do consider sharing it to them also. So as always, take care, stay safe. This is Dr. Bob signing off.